Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has told the Nigerian media not to say the truth about what is happening in the country in order to attract foreign investment. He said that the media is very critical to investment decisions, and that information coming out from the media is a guide on how investors react in terms of taking decision whether to invest or not to invest in a market. He said that this is a very powerful tool, a very powerful instrument that the media has. As a result of that, if Nigerian media want to ensure that the country's economy develops, they should not say the truth about Nigeria so that Nigeria could be able to attract foreign investment. Of course, that is not exactly how he put it, but that is exactly what he meant. He said that the media should report positive things about Nigeria. They should report only positive things about Nigeria in order to attract foreign investment. But that is not what the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says the media should do. Because the media is the only organization, the only profession in Nigeria that was expressly recognized in the Constitution. That is why the media in Nigeria is called the fourth estate of the realm. And it's where in section 22 of the 1999 Constitution, it says that the press, radio, television, and other agencies of mass media shall at all times be free to hold the government accountable on behalf of the people. So the media in Nigeria has the constitutional responsibility to hold the government accountable on behalf of the people. In that case, the media is not permitted to tell lies about the state of Nigeria so that the government of the day will be happy and then make foreign investors to come and invest in Nigeria. And that will be deceptive. That will be morally wrong to paint a rosy picture of Nigeria and make somebody to bring his hard-earned millions of dollars from United States, from Canada, from China, from elsewhere around the world to come and put in a market that is based on a lie. So what he was telling Nigerian media to do was to lie. And he said this at the Guild of Editors conference that is taking place in Akwa Ibom State. And he's the person who said it on his behalf, because he was invited as the special guest. The person who said it on his behalf, that's who read the speech on his behalf, is the Minister of Information, who read his Tinubu's message. Mohammed Idris was telling the media to report positive things about Nigeria so as to attract foreign investment. But the media will do itself in if it goes like that, if you listen to that kind of suggestion, because the responsibility of the media is to hold the government accountable on behalf of the people, to call the government out when it does wrong. You can see the state of Nigerian economy. Nigeria don't have even the money to finance the 2024 budget. Most of the money that will be used are going to be borrowed. Yet, in the supplementary budget that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to the National Assembly, 6 billion was set aside to buy luxurious SUVs for the presidency's office, and about 1.6 billion was allocated to buy SUVs for the office of the First Lady, which is not even recognized by the Constitution. And so many profligacy that shows that they are not in tune with the state of the country. At a time when they are telling people that they should tighten their belt, those in government have loosened their belt so that they can swallow more than ever before, not taking cognizance of the fact that the economy of Nigeria is in dire strait. Now, in that kind of situation, are you expecting the media not to talk about it? In a country where you have the poverty capital of the world, a country where over 100 million people are in extreme poverty, yet you are buying 160 million naira worth SUV for one lawmaker. One lawmaker's SUV is worth 160 million, budgeting billions of naira and spending scarce dollars to import all these things into the country. And then you are wondering why the naira continue to depreciate in value, and why inflation has hit the roof, and why many people can no longer be able to provide for their families. It doesn't really make sense. It was an ill advice that he gave to the media, telling them to do the wrong thing. Of course, he knows that the media itself has also compromised, because so many things that the media should have played up ahead on this election, sometimes the media just gloss over it. Things that they would have hammered upon in previous times, they gloss over it. They allowed Tinubu to get away with so many things. Look at the issue of his forfeiture of $460,000 to the United States government. You don't expect Nigerian media not to write about it. Even if Nigerian media failed to write about it, in the internet world that we live today, anybody that put goggles Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to know about Nigerian president right now, just type Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The kind of scandals that will pump up in their timeline and everything else will amaze them. And there's little you can do about it. So the capacity of covering up the mess in a country just to make it look good is out of the media somehow. So the media in a particular territory cannot really protect those who want to be protected, because what Tinubu was asking for was the protection of the image of the government. Don't broadcast bad things about the media, about what is happening in the country. Don't tarnish the image of the country. But the image of the country had already been battered by the actions of those in the country. For example, look at the election that was held, off-season election that was held in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa State. The election had been adjudged to be a sham. Not any much different. Not it's even worse than the election of February 25 that brought Bola Ahmed Tinubu to power. And you expect people not to know about this, and the international community, they don't read papers that talks about it. They will read about it. They will know about the violence that took place. They will read about the manipulation of the election, how the beavers was bypassed and everything. They will read it. And they have the right to know. Because anybody who is bringing his money in a territory, in any country, ought to get correct information about what is going on in that country. So we will not be doing ourselves the favor of the media will not be doing itself a favor if he reports the wrong thing. Because by the time we cover Nigeria up before the international community, saying that all is well with Nigeria, and then people bring their money, perhaps they didn't do thorough research, they rely on the newspaper clips or information they got online by Nigerian media, which portray Nigeria to be a rosy, that things in Nigeria are very rosy for investors. And then the person brings in his money and discover that his money has become an endangered fund. He cannot even take it out again. And the processes that the things, his projections have become very wrong. Next time, when he heard that somebody want to invest in Nigeria and the person is telling him, oh, I've gone through the media reports about Nigeria, that it's an investment heaven, want to go, I want to invest. He will say, don't listen to Nigerian media if you want to go and invest in Nigeria. Don't read anything about Nigeria from Nigerian media. Anything you read there, don't believe it until you get independent media from outside Nigeria. That will mark the death of the Nigerian media. So the media cannot and should not listen to the kind of advice that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving to them. We understand that sections of the media played inglorious role in the last election. They will see white, they call it black. They see black, they call it white. We understand that. But at the end of the day, the truth remains that the media, the essence of the media being written in the Constitution, is for the media to hold the government accountable on behalf of the people. It is not to kowtow to the government. It is not for the government to tell it what to write, how to write it, and how to publish it. That is not the responsibility of the media. That's not the responsibility of the media to take directive from the government. The truth remains that this country is in a total mess. This country needs to be told the truth. Nothing is working. The power sector is not working. So what are you going to write? Are you going to write that the power sector is working in Nigeria, so that the investor coming from Argentina, from Italy, will now believe that when he set his factory in Lagos, he's going to get electricity that is working? Or are you going to tell him, are you not supposed to tell him that power is epileptic in Nigeria? When you are planning to invest in Nigeria, you have to take into cognizance the fact that electricity is an issue in Nigeria. Are you not going to be doing the right? Is it not better you also tell the truth about the level of corruption in Nigeria? Is it not right? And is it not even universally known now that Nigeria, being one of the most corrupt countries in the world, doing business in Nigeria is an expensive business? You can hardly get a contract based on merit. Contracts are awarded and inflated. Inflated contracts are awarded because of corruption. What is it that the media should cover up for Nigeria? The truth of the matter remains that the media at all times should tell the truth. We know that media also has its own vested interests, but it is in the interest of the society and in the interest of Nigeria that the truth is said at all times about the state of the nation. Because unless we say the truth about Nigeria, we cannot be able to find a solution to Nigeria's problems. The same thing should be done in case of attracting foreign investment. We should not lie because we want to attract foreign investment. If we attract such investment, it will not be sustainable, because it means that we are deceiving the world. We are no different from the 419ers. We are no different from those who do advance fee fraud, those who create things that doesn't exist and pretend that it exists just to deceive people. It means that Nigerian government want the media to deceive the world that things are okay. Nigeria is good for business when Nigeria is not ready. Nigeria has not shown that it's ready for business. There is nothing, even in this administration, to indicate that Nigeria is ready for business. You can see the way that the government is handle this supplementary budget. You can see the way the government handle the election process. So everything is literally upside down in Nigeria. No institution is trusted. The judiciary is corrupt. Retiring Justice Datijo Mohammed have shown that the judiciary in Nigeria is corrupt from top to bottom. Are we going to cover it up? Then when an investor from Italy, from Germany, from United States come and invest in Nigeria and he has a problem with his partners in Nigeria, he cannot get justice because his partners, being Nigerians, know how to bribe the judiciary, and then the man's money will be lost. So we are to be partner in that kind of situation. The media should help government to achieve that kind of situation. It is better that the investor is aware that the judiciary in Nigeria is corrupt, so that if you are coming at your own risk. If you are coming, you'll be prepared to bear the consequences. Or if you are coming, make sure you are coming with the kind of thick skin of the Chinese. The Chinese already know that Nigeria and most of Africa, they are corrupt countries. The leaders are corrupt. So the Chinese government, the Chinese companies they are coming with the backing of their government. The Chinese government does not punish its companies for giving bribe to Nigerian officials to get contracts. It's not part of their business ethics. But you have to take cognizance of those who are coming from societies that frown against that kind of thing. In countries like United States, in Europe, you are punished if you corrupt any government outside your country. There are those who are in jail in United States, oil company executives who are in jail in United States, in Italy. What is their offense? They gave bribe in Nigeria to get contracts. They are in jail. But their partners in crime in Nigeria, who collected the bribe, nothing is happening to them. They are going about their normal business, contesting elections, winning elections, becoming godfathers, sponsoring people. But those of them who comes from a decent societies and climes, where they don't tolerate bribing of foreign entities to get contracts, they are in jail. So you have to make sure that foreigners who are coming to bring in their money to Nigeria are aware of our laws and are aware of the corruption in our judiciary. Do you have to say that the judiciary in Nigeria is okay and deceive somebody to bring his money? And then when the man had problem with his partners in Nigeria, he will think that he will get justice. He will rush to court, and the court will give bizarre judgment against him, and the man can even have a heart attack and die. And then the media will be complicit in that kind of murder. So the media should do itself a favor by disregarding that kind of advice from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We know that the media in Nigeria literally allow Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get away with so many things. That's why he's president today. The judiciary allow him to get away with so many things. That's why he's president today. You can go and study all the evidences that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar brought from United States about Tinubu's academic qualification, and you will know whether ordinarily, if it's in another society, in another country, not Nigeria, whether Tinubu would have been able to remain in office. Or you go and look at the documents that are being released by the Federal Bureau of Investigation on the issue of his forfeiture of $460,000 process of narcotic and money laundering to the United States government. And you ask yourself, if it is in another country, whether you'll be able to survive and was able to achieve what he has achieved politically. So the media itself had not really done their job very well. The judiciary had also failed Nigerians. But that doesn't mean because the media has failed to some extent in holding him accountable, therefore he has the audacity to even tell them to do more, all in the guise of attracting foreign investment, creating investment confidence for business people. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way because the media is supposed to do the right thing ordinarily. Okay, because the media in Nigeria had been fundamental to this democracy we're enjoying today. Because many media people, journalists died to bring the democracy we're enjoying today. The media were the ones that held the military accountable. The media was instrumental in mobilizing Nigerians and forcing the military back to the barracks. Even earlier than that, we know the role that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe's newspapers played in galvanizing Nigerians for independence. That's why up to today, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe highly revered and regarded. He didn't only use the media to expose the ills of colonialism in Nigeria, he did the same thing in Ghana. So the media had always played a role in shaping the politics of Nigeria and in shaping the society. They cannot therefore afford to listen to the kind of advice that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving them in Uyo. That would be the worst thing that could happen to Nigeria. And they did to investment public around the world. Because if we deceive the world that Nigeria is okay for investment, and they came here and put their money, and the money is trapped, and they lose their money, it means that the media in Nigeria, they are no different from hush puppy. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.